Here is my post-match reaction on the Crystal Palace game versus Chelsea. All of us will say Chelsea won that very game, 3-1. I told you when I was doing the pre-match reaction, I told you I was very, very excited. I was excited because I want to know how Liam Rosenoi would line up his players. I was excited to know how the players will react. I was excited to see how Chelsea would break Crystal Palace low block. And I was excited to see if what Crystal Palace is going through, Chelsea will capitalize on them. Yes, we saw it yesterday. Chelsea indeed capitalized on what Crystal Palace is going through. They sold their captain, their coach will be leaving at the end of the summer, and a lot of talk done there for Crystal Palace that maybe Mateta might leave the club. So I think no better way to capitalize on what Crystal Palace they go through than waiting Chelsea do yesterday. And we saw in the tactics William Rosenoi make countless time I don dey cry for three-man midfield. Three-man midfield. And yesterday we saw it again. Three-man midfield. Caicedo, Enzo, and Santos busting that midfield. I think he don't give he gave Caicedo. Santos gave Caicedo a lot of rest when the both of them they play together. And yesterday we saw how Andre Santos was very, very good in that game against Crystal Palace. Not forgetting the goal where Estavio Williams scored. He is a very, very special talent. He's a very, very good player. And for Joao Pedro, we don't see the Joao Pedro of the Club World Cup. I think in his last two games, he scored in the game against Brentford, and he scored again in the game against Crystal Palace. Back to back goals. I think he Enam winning the man of the match in that very game. His combination with Estavio, I think the Brazilian or the South American players with the Chelsea don't really make Chelsea don't stabilize. And kudos to Liam Rosenoi for making these players, for not only making them to play according to the way where he want them to play, but making them to enjoy themselves, like to express themselves in the field of play. So I think a lot of positive dey this Chelsea game. And they say a lot of people don't they talk about Chelsea, why Chelsea go remove those players, and if there was still time, Chelsea for maybe bottle this thing. See, I know say plenty people get a lot where they want to talk about, but you see that very game, now just like I think like the right opportunity to do that sub, knowing fully well say they still get big match for midweek against Napoli. So all round performance. I think the only person where I go still really need to talk more about now Pedro Neto. I think since the sack of Enzo Maresca, Pedro Neto don't really drop form. Yes, he scored in one of those games like that. I think the game against Charlton, but Neto don't really drop form when it comes. Don't really when it comes to his game and everything. He don't really. But overall performance, I think Liam Rosenoi don't owe this one. Playing three teams where they play where they play low block and winning them convincingly. Now like a big kudos to him and the start of life to as a Chelsea manager.